Hi there, gorgeous souls. In today's video I want to share with you a lot of interesting stuff about mediumship, spiritism, reincarnation and the life of Allan Kardec. Yeah, it's really worth staying until the end. It's very interesting. But before, let me show you this beautiful place where I am, right behind my house, in the stunning heart of nature. In this field, I'm going to have horses here in a few weeks, but before the horses come, I can make the videos. Isn't it lovely? When the horses come, the yellow flowers have to go because they are dead for the horses. So it's really interesting. I guess that today's video is going to be a little bit longer than the ones I normally post. So I suggest you pause the video, go get a glass of water or a cup of tea to drink with me to enjoy today's video, because it's really worth watching until the very end. I swear, after this video, you're going to be able to understand a little bit more. What is this game that we are all playing? What are we doing here on earth? Where are we going to go after that? And why death does not exist? It's really worth watching. So stay with me, but before, hi gorgeous souls. I will go into the subject, but first I'm going to give you a little background historical context so you understand. In the Middle Ages, church was really powerful. They had even more power than kings and queens. If the Inquisition says you are wrong, if you dare to disagree with something in the Bible, you could be condemned to death in a fire, in a cross. So it was not very smart to have a critical mind. And not only that, the population was really made of ignorant people. Not in the sense of they were idiots or so. No, they ignored the knowledge, they ignored the truth. Books were something really expensive, and only priests or pastors or people who are high in the church had access to books, to the libraries. Not the population could only have the Bible, and they must agree with the dogmas. They couldn't dare to say, I don't agree with the church. For instance, Galileo Galilei in the 7th century said that, hey, Earth is not the center of the universe. We are evolving, the Earth is evolving around the sun. The sun is the center of this universe. And then church came, Inquisition came, and he was forced to say, well, I had a second thought, it's not really what I meant. Otherwise he would be, how nice is that? And this kept going until the French Revolution, the Illuminism, when the science and the church began to divorce. They had a divorce. Biology, chemistry, physics were giving the first steps in methodology, in study how things work. And what happened when you hold somebody's head under the water for too long? When they come to surface, they want to breathe. And that happened to the humankind. They became really positive. The positivism says, I only believe in the things that I could touch, smell, see, feel, taste. They only would believe in the five senses and the things they could experiment and would have over and over and over again the same results. So they came from one extreme, they must believe in the church dogmas, to the other extreme, I only believe in the five senses. And then Léon-Hipollyte Denizard Rivail was born in Lyon, France. He was a French educator, a teacher, and he was born in a family of teachers and judges. When he was around 10 years old, he went to Switzerland to study with Pestalozzi. And he grew up and he was a thinker of his time. He became also a teacher, a professor, and a writer. He was very respected and he wrote many books, didactic books. By the year 1848, there was an outbreak of mediumship that happened in the whole world. It was amazing. All over the world, the same stuff happening. It began in USA and France and United Kingdom, and overall people were amazed by what was going on. It was the phenomena that was known as the dancing tables. The tables would talk to the people and they began to make a little gossip with the other side. They would make questions and the tables would answer the questions. If the table knocks once, it was an A. If the table knocks twice, it was a B. If the table knocks 3 times, it was a C. And they would make phrases. And this, you could not avoid it because it was going on everywhere. And people, instead of going to the parties, they would make parties to talk to the tables and make questions. And of course, Rivail was a very curious person and a teacher. He was puzzled with it. He said, hey, come on, a table cannot think. A table doesn't have brains. A table, there must be some magnetic reason for this to happen. And he began to study it. And he made questions to the tables, and the tables revealed to them they were spirits of the very people who lived in earth and passed away and died and lost their physical bodies. First, he was in shock and it was difficult for him to believe. But then he developed a little more a way to talk to the spirits that were talking through the tables. First, by putting a pen next to a basket, and the people would put their hands on the table or on the basket, and like the Ouija board talks, and it would make phrases and go to the letters. This was a bit sneller, a bit quicker than it used to be by the knockings. And then he realized that not even the basket was needed, that the presence of some people there, just the presence, would provoke those phenomena. And people could, in a state of trance, with the eyes closed, channel those spirits. The spirit would take over the hand and the arm of the medium to write, and they would channel the spirits and write letters, long letters. And some of the spirits were families from the people who were there present and would answer things that only their families would know. This made more clear that they were really spirits talking through this phenomena of mediumship. So mediumship is have more than the 5 senses that we know. Is to have a 6th and a 7th sense that you can communicate with the spirits like this. during a mediunic meeting at Baudin's family home in Paris, it was told to Rivail that by Zéphiro, that was his guide, his spiritual guide. Everybody has a spiritual guide, by the way. I will talk about that in another video. He was told that they met each other in another lifetime and they were druids together. So Allan Kardec, when he wrote those 5 books, he decided to use this pen name, Allan Kardec, instead of his own name in this incarnation. By the way, what is an incarnation? Spirits told that we have a body, we are not this body. We are eternal spirits living an experience in a lifetime in a body. And they were also spirits of people who lived and walked on earth. And now they were not here anymore in a body, but in spirits. We are all spirits and we live many lifetimes. And Zéphiro told Rivail that they were together in another lifetime, in another incarnation. And his name was back then Allan Kardec. So he decided to use this name instead of Rivail because he wanted the work to be known by itself and not because he was already famous. He thought that the books themselves were more important than him or the medium who helped him to write them. The Spirit said that we have many incarnations here on earth, and they were spirits of people who already lived on earth, and also spirits from people who lived in other planets. That there are many planets where people live, and when we evolve, we go to better planets. They said many interesting things, and I really recommend you watch the movie Allan Kardec. You can find it on YouTube, you can find it on Netflix. It's really interesting, and if you've got a chance, read the books that he wrote under the pen name Allan Kardec. You are going to understand a lot more. We have 3 things: our true essence, that is the spirit; the body, that is that you look, that you touch, that is so familiar to you; and also the perispirit, that is another kind of body, a little bit more fluidic, that is used as a glue to attach the spirit and the body. And when we sleep, the perispirit gets free from the body and can go free and fly to other places of earth and to other planets, and to get in touch with the people that already passed away, that death doesn't exist. Death is just something for the body. When the body doesn't serve any longer for anything, gets old and tired and sick, the body is left away, but the spirit and the perispirit goes on through eternity. That we have many lifetimes, and we come to earth many times to evolve and to develop as spiritual beings, to become the best version of ourselves, to learn how to love unconditionally. That's our true essence. That's the reason why we are coming here to earth in the matter. The matter is something that lasts for a period of time, and after that this we throw away and we keep as spirits. The spirits can see us, and there are also the mediums. The mediums are people who, look, sometimes I have to use glasses to drive my car. There are people who's got to use something in their ears to listen. there are people who doesn't, who's got so good ears, they can be a maestro, and if there is one instrument in the whole orchestra that is not playing well, they can distinguish. So mediums are people who can see better, or hear better, or feel better, or a little more. They can get in contact with other spirits that are no longer in a body here on earth. They can also have, they can feel stuff from the places where they go, or they can feel this ring. If they get this ring on their heads, they can know that I was the owner of this ring, how I got this ring, what's the story behind this ring. They can do also that with photos. They can do also that with not only jewelry and photos, but in places. They walk into places and they can see scenes of the things that happened in this place before. So that is very interesting. Oh, I think this video is long enough. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you are curious and want to know a little more, I have 2 suggestions for you. First of all, don't forget to put a like in this video, to subscribe to my channel so you won't lose any of my good content that I give you with so much love. And second, watch the movie Kardec. It's really worth watching, and you will understand so much more. I just gave you a little something about his life. It's really very interesting. Oh, bonus! A third suggestion: read his books. Read his books. They say, oh, but I already have the Bible. Oh, that's completely different. It's got something from the Bible, but it just takes away a little something that is the same for any religion. Like, don't do unto others what you don't do others, what you don't want others to do to you. Be the best version of yourself, improve yourself constantly, and this kind of stuff. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you peace, much love, and my best vibes. Namaste.